Today's truck buyer is more interested in value than ever before. And for buyers who need rugged four-wheel drive, the reputation of Ford truck value is evidenced by facts. With sales leadership the past 4 consecutive years and 7 of the past 10 years. Why? Because Ford 4x4s provide the off-road capability and fuel economy buyers need, whether it means hard-working four-wheel drive pickups or the fun-packed family utility provided by Bronco. The Ford 4x4 story starts with designed-in toughness, including features like a rugged ladder-type frame, double-wall, all-welded steel body construction, and a no-cost 3-year limited corrosion perforation warranty. Add to this a proven part-time four-wheel drive system that features a high-efficiency transfer case, twin traction beam independent front suspension, a domestic 4x4 exclusive, which permits each front wheel to move independently over irregular road surfaces, and the exclusive standard free-running front hubs, or convenient optional automatic locking hubs. And you've got a tough off-road performer that's easy to operate and second to none in four-wheel drive capability. Other standard features include glass-belted radials, power front disc brakes, and power-assisted steering, all designed to give drivers greater control on or off-road. A high ground clearance and tight turning radius make off-road maneuvering easier, and Ford offers a range of body styles designed to get the job done. Pickup buyers have a choice of regular cabs, super cabs, or sporty flare-side pickup box styles, as well as a wide range of payload ratings from 1,670 pounds to 4,675 pounds across the F-150, 250, and 350 series. Bronco buyers can choose seating arrangements for up to 6 passengers or limited seating and 103 cubic feet of cargo space, which is accessible through the standard power rear window and wagon-style tailgate. There is also a wide variety of trim levels, including standard models, the mid-series XL for pickups, the luxurious XLT Lariat, or the sporty XLS trim. And to meet the specialized needs of four-wheelers, Ford offers virtually every popular four-wheel drive and off-road option. And that's important, because when it comes right down to it, few off-road buyers' needs are exactly alike. But no matter how you plan to use your 4x4, be assured that you can satisfy your needs in a 1982 4x4 by Ford. It'd be nice if you could do all your driving on straight paved highways. No hills, no ruts, no mud or snow. But sometimes the real world just isn't that polite. The fact that you're considering a four-wheel drive vehicle indicates that two-wheel drive doesn't always satisfy your particular driving needs. You're not alone. For many people, because of where they live, work, or play, only four-wheel drive can get the job done. And these people have found that a Ford can best suit their needs. But if you're new to four-wheeling, or have simply been out of the market for a while, you may not fully understand how Ford's four-wheel drive system works. So that's what we're going to look at for the rest of this program. In particular, we're going to discuss how to operate the transfer case, the front locking hubs, and other special equipment that distinguishes a four-wheeler from conventional vehicles. As you probably know, the two-wheel drive system looks like this. Power is transmitted from the engine through a transmission and drive shaft to the rear differential, rear axle, and wheels. On a basic part-time four-wheel drive system, however, there are additional components. The transmission is connected first to a transfer case, where the driver can choose to send power to the rear wheels in the conventional manner for two-wheel drive, or to the front wheels as well, through the transfer case, front drive shaft, a front differential, front drive axles, and special front locking hubs, which connect the wheels to the drive axles. The transfer case is the heart of any 4x4. Through an additional shift lever in the cab, the driver can select from several different drive modes, including 2 high, 4 high, neutral, and 4 low, whether the 4x4 is equipped with a manual or automatic transmission. Ford's transfer case is lighter in weight, has fewer moving parts. It's quieter, easier to shift, and provides greater mechanical efficiency than before. Let's take a step-by-step look to see how power is transferred in each of its operating modes. While on the highway or clear surface roads, the rear wheels are driving and the front wheels are turning freely on their bearings by virtue of the special front locking hubs we'll talk about in a moment. The advantage of this too high position is that power is not sent to the front wheels when you don't need it. Notice that the front drive shaft, differential, and axles remain stationary. This provides optimum mileage and efficiency when you don't need the extra traction of four-wheel drive. When driving on slippery roads or when off-road conditions are encountered, the driver can select one of the two four-wheel drive modes on the transfer case, either 4 high or 4 low. In 4 high, both front and rear drive shafts and axles receive engine power. Frequently, this will be sufficient to get the four-wheeler through moderate conditions and is the most fuel-efficient four-wheel drive mode of operation. But for really tough off-road driving, you'll want to stop the vehicle and shift into 4 low, which provides driving power to all 4 wheels through a 2.6 to 1 gear reduction in the transfer case. This permits the 4x4 to utilize higher engine speeds and deliver greater torque and horsepower at slower vehicle speeds. This standard part-time system is easy to operate and allows the driver to precisely control the amount of traction for different driving conditions. But there's an additional component necessary to make it all work with the greatest efficiency: the special front locking hubs. If the front wheels were permanently locked to the drive axles, as they are in the back, the front axles, differential, and drive shaft would be forced to turn because of the motion of the vehicle, even though the transfer case is set to 2 high. This isn't very efficient. But with Ford's standard free-running front locking hubs, the front wheels can be disengaged from the drive axles by turning the hubs to the free position. To lock the hubs to the axles in order to go into four-wheel drive, simply stop the vehicle, get out of the cab, and turn the hubs to the lock position before you shift the transfer case. Of course, for convenience, you can leave the hubs in the lock position, even while in two-wheel drive. However, you won't get the best possible fuel economy. And you should never shift into four-wheel drive when the hubs are set to free. Drive power will not be able to get to the wheels, and you can cause damage to front drive components and the transfer case. A convenient dash-mounted four-wheel drive indicator light is standard on all Ford 4x4s and Broncos to help the driver know when the vehicle is in four-wheel drive. This is the correct driving mode. For the efficiency of part-time four-wheel drive and the convenience of previous full-time systems, you can select the optional automatic locking hubs on your Ford four-wheeler. With these hubs, you never have to get out of the cab to switch to lock. Instead, special clutches inside the hubs sense whenever power is sent to the front wheels from the transfer case and automatically engage the hubs. You just shift and go. To unlock the wheels for two-wheel drive, you simply shift the transfer case to 2H and reverse the direction of the vehicle for about 10 feet. And the hubs automatically disengage and run free once again. Now, automatic locking hubs are convenient, but they're not for everybody. And yet, free-running hubs are not even available on Chevy and Dodge 4x4s. Auto hubs are standard. Only Ford gives the buyer a choice, and that can be important to competitive shoppers. And here's another Ford exclusive that can really make a difference in riding comfort, off-road and on. Twin traction beam independent front suspension. When combined with high ground clearance and other critical dimensions, such as excellent ramp breakover angle and short turning diameter, the independent front suspension gives Ford four-wheelers surprising off-road maneuverability. With all these features and exclusive product advantages, it's easy to see why more serious off-roaders choose Ford 4x4s. They're built tough to take it, and a test drive will prove it. Ford 4x4s have been sales leaders in the industry because buyers have confidence in their ability to get the job done. And virtually all of the important 4x4 features your buyers need have remained unchanged for 1982. Independent front suspension, part-time four-wheel drive, standard free-running hubs, and other key features are all similar to last year. As far as standard features are concerned, this tough-looking new front grille treatment now includes the Ford Oval. The only other standard feature change is that glass-belted radials are now featured on all Ford four-wheelers. The previously standard steel-belted radials may be substituted at no extra charge. Last year's optional 5-slot wheel and 10-hole forged aluminum wheels have been replaced with new cast aluminum wheels and new argent-painted styled steel wheels which feature bright trim rings. Black low-mount western mirrors that swing away from off-road obstructions. A special new chromatic tape stripe is now optional on F-Series, and the cloth and vinyl seat trim has been revised on the option-level bench seat, as well as the optional captain's chairs, to include greater cloth surface. F-Series 4x4 buyers can choose from several new colors as well in '82, as is the case with Bronco. But the really important news in '82 is that the trim levels on F-Series 4x4s and Broncos have been realigned to make them easier for buyers to understand and easier for you to sell. There are now 4 trim series for 4x4 pickups. The Standard replaces the '81 Custom model with similar content except for badges. A new mid-series XL model replaces the F-Series Ranger. XLT Lariat replaces the Ranger XLT and Lariat models. And a sporty new XLS model compares with last year's freewheeling package. The content of these models and packages is discussed in greater detail in Module 5, Models and Options. The important thing to remember here is that these trim levels will be similar to other Ford light truck lines in '82, which will simplify the lineup and your selling task. Buyers will use Ford 4x4s for many different work and recreational purposes. And that's why there's a wide range of pickup payloads, Bronco seating and cargo arrangements, trim levels, and individual options available. But when it comes right down to it, 4x4 buyers will be sold on the four-wheeler's standard features. Up front, all F-Series 4x4s and Broncos feature an exclusive selling advantage: the twin traction beam independent front suspension. Unlike most domestic competitors, which feature a solid front axle, Ford's twin traction beam power is supplied to the front wheels through 2 high-strength steel stampings, which operate independently of each other. Off-road, each wheel can work over bumps and ruts without transmitting road shock to the other wheel. Bronco and F-150 4x4's rubber-isolated coil front springs assist the twin traction beam in providing a smooth, comfortable ride. And as an added plus, the unit features a standard integral skid plate to help protect vital front differential components from off-road hazards. F-250 and F-350 pickups provide higher load capacities with the addition of tapered leaf front springs, while maintaining the superior ride characteristics of the twin traction beam. But as important as this selling advantage is, twin traction beam is only part of Ford's four-wheel drive story in '82. The heart of all Ford 4x4s is the part-time transfer case. It provides excellent off-road capability and efficiency, as we've already seen in another part of this program. Previous 4x4 owners will be especially pleased with the operating convenience of this new unit. And here's another important Ford exclusive that will appeal to experienced off-roaders: free-running front hubs. They're standard on all Ford 4x4s, and they're not even available on the most popular GM or Dodge 4x4s. The majority of competitive models only offer automatic locking hubs, which are also available as an option on Ford 4x4s. There are also a lot of other built-in details which make Ford 4x4s unusually capable off-road vehicles, like high ground clearance and tight turning radius for good off-road maneuverability. Yet, a low body profile means a low center of gravity, as well as easy entry and exit. A standard rear power tailgate window provides easy access through the wagon-type tailgate to Bronco's maximum 103 cubic feet of cargo space. Bronco buyers have flexibility to equip their vehicles based upon passenger and cargo carrying requirements with seating arrangements for 2, 3, 5, or 6 people. Standard power front disc brakes help provide sure-footed stopping. 15-inch wheels and glass-belted radials are standard on F-150 4x4 regular cab and Bronco for optimum mileage and low rolling resistance. Power steering is standard, a major plus when turning a wheel out of a rut or over a rock in the backcountry. And a fuel-efficient 4.9-liter six-cylinder truck engine and 4-speed manual transmission are standard, providing good mileage on the highway and high low-end torque off-road. Ford 4x4 pickups feature payload ratings ranging from 1,670 pounds on the F-150 to 4,675 pounds on the big F-350 4x4. And, as you'd expect, all Ford 4x4s are built tough, with a body built on a rugged ladder-type frame, double-wall welded steel cab roof and cargo box, and a limited 3-year corrosion perforation warranty at no extra cost. Add standard rectangular halogen headlamps, an inside hood release, and you have real truck value in 1982. All these standard features and more have helped make Ford 4x4s the best-selling in the industry. Buyers of 4x4s like to personalize their vehicles. And that's why Ford offers a complete lineup of body styles, wheelbases, trim levels, and options. Let's take a look, beginning with pickups. 4x4 pickup body types are the same as last year. You have F-150s in 2 wheelbases and 2 pickup box styles. F-250s under 8,500 pounds GVWR on the 133-inch wheelbase in style-side boxes, and F-250 and 350 over 8,500 pounds GVWR on 133-inch wheelbases in both style-side and chassis cabs for customizing. F-150 and 250 style-side super cab models are also available for four-wheelers who need more storage and passenger room. This year, trim levels have been simplified on all models and standardized across the lineup to make them easier for customers to understand. As you can see, the standard, mid-series XL, and luxurious XLT Lariat series are available on all F-Series 4x4s except the flare side and chassis cab, while an additional sporty XLS is also available on F-150 models. The standard exterior and interior trim features are similar to last year's custom level. The old Ranger level has been replaced in '82 with the new XL trim. It includes special moldings and XL badges outside. While inside, there's color-keyed trim, polished wood tone instrument panel, and center pod appliques, and passenger door courtesy light switch. Cloth and vinyl seat trim is standard on XL, whereas it was optional on Ranger. And a knit vinyl trim is available as well on XL as an option. The base steering wheel replaces the Ranger wood tone steering wheel. A vinyl headliner and garnish moldings, optional on the regular cab, standard on Super Cab, and a day-night mirror have been added to the package. In addition, an XL trim plaque is mounted on the instrument panel. Last year's Ranger XLT and Lariat trim levels have become the luxurious XLT Lariat in '82. Outside, the details are similar. Inside, the XLT Lariat includes XL trim features plus color-keyed cut pile carpeting. Convenient plastic storage bins replace last year's carpeted lower door panels. Wood-tone door applique, wood-tone steering wheel, lower rear quarter and rear trim panels on Super Cab, and special instrument panel XLT Lariat plaques have been added for '82. For buyers looking for more sporty appeal, the new XLS trim level replaces the freewheeling packages and is available on F-150 4x4 regular cab, including flare side. XLS trim features black highlights, a unique XLS tape stripe, and Argent-styled steel wheels. As you can see, Bronco also features comparable trim levels in 1982, except that there is no mid-series XL model like the pickups. The package contents in each case are similar to F-Series 4x4s, with a few important exceptions. Outside, the standard Bronco includes bright hubcaps and, of course, the fiberglass rear roof and a standard power tailgate window. The standard Bronco interior again features standard bucket seats instead of a front bench, which is optional. Bronco also features a standard color-keyed rubber floor mat and AM radio. The Bronco XLT Lariat is virtually identical to the XLT Lariat on pickups, as is the case with the XLS. But four-wheel drive customers are usually looking for more than style. Chances are their needs also include some specialized equipment for their particular kind of off-road use. Many, for example, are interested in towing trailers or plowing snow, and you have packages that will get those jobs done. Incidentally, Ford 4x4s offer snowplow prep packages. For heavy loads, Bronco and F-Series 4x4 buyers can select optional heavy-duty suspension components, including the special quad front shocks available on Bronco and F-150 4x4 regular cab. There's a wide range of wheels and tires available, including raised letter all-terrain radials, new styled steel wheels with trim rings, or the new cast aluminum wheels. For extended cruising range, there's an optional maximum capacity fuel tank for Bronco, which holds 32 gallons. Or buyers can select the optional GT bar on Bronco, fog lamps for added visibility, or Western mirrors, which are designed to swing away from off-road obstacles. There are even specialized options available, such as a toolbox, transmission oil coolers for heavy loads or trailer towing, and an engine block heater for quick warm-ups in cold climates. And, as you might expect, Ford 4x4s offer just about every comfort and convenience option in the book, such as air conditioning, a tilt wheel, speed control, a convenient center console, captain's chairs, and many more. All F-Series and Bronco options are summarized on still frames immediately following this module. There, you'll find that Ford offers virtually all the most popular options today's buyers want. By helping your buyers select the features they want and need, and by demonstrating the buyer benefit, you can sell them a vehicle that they'll be more satisfied with and improve the chances that they'll come back to you for their future transportation needs. We've looked at Ford's standard and optional four-wheel drive features and components. By now, it should be clear that these Ford four-wheelers offer flexibility, convenience, and sheer off-road maneuverability. But all that off-road capability means nothing if the vehicle can't carry its intended load. And that's why 4x4 buyers also want to know about payloads and powertrains. With both Bronco and 4x4 pickups, it's important that engines and transmissions have enough power to carry loads over tough off-road terrain, while providing the efficiency of good highway mileage. That's what we're going to talk about here, beginning with the pickups. A truck's payload is determined by subtracting the base curb weight from the gross vehicle weight rating. The payload represents the total amount of cargo weight the truck can carry safely. That includes the weight of passengers and optional equipment. With that in mind, let's see how the Ford 4x4 payload ratings look. Buyers will find a payload range from 1,695 pounds to 4,675 pounds in style side models. In this chart, you can see that the incremental payload ranges are logically spaced as you move up through the series. There's no overlap, which means buyers can precisely match model and suspension package with their load requirements. You may have also noted that in the F250 models, there has actually been a net increase in payloads for 82. And that's important when you realize how popular the F250 is with commercial users. Let's see how this matches up with powertrains. For maximum fuel economy with the F150 and 250 models under 8,500 GVWR in 49 states, the standard engine is the 4.9-liter 6. This rugged, proven truck engine is teamed with a standard 4-speed manual transmission, which features a low 6.32 to 1 first gear ratio for maximum off-road torque. For four-wheelers, this engine is available with 4-speed manual overdrive transmission on vehicles under 8,500 GVWR. And that's still an exclusive feature among competitive full-size 4x4s. The 5.0-liter V8 is optional in 49 states, with F150 4x4 and F250 under 8,500 pounds GVWR. It's especially recommended for the heavier payload ranges, for trailer towing, and for off-roading in hilly terrain. And again, it can be teamed with an optional automatic or a